let's start a little bit from there and let's build up.
Well, shit, the reason why I'm a Colts and a Pacers fan, I was born out in Indiana. You know what I'm saying? Born in Terre Haute, Southern Indiana. You know what I mean? Moved to the Berg when I was 1. My mom, my grandma was out here. So me and my mom moved out here. You know, been suited up ever since in the Berg. Yeah. I mean, like, I only said that because that's where the cult stuff come from. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? A lot of people be asking where the Indiana influence come from, but I was born out there, and being as though we in Philly. We in the Berg, so it ain't Philly or Pittsburgh. So I knew when I was picking teams. Yeah. You know what I mean? And the Colts was nice at that point. You know what I'm saying? And the Pacers was tough too, though. They was tough. You know what I'm saying? Had Jack and O'Neal, all of them. So I was like, all right, cool, man. I'm gonna just rock with both teams from the city. So
right.
That's just how that went. You know what I'm saying? So.
Cause I remember I seen you got the fan support one time for one of them Colts guys.
Yeah, Darius Leonard, man. Shout out my guy, man. One of the best linebackers in the league, man. We like, and I ain't just saying that. He led the league in tackles his rookie year. Like, he's really a beast.
Right.
But I had made like a little, like how like people take a clip and put words on it or whatever, and he was fighting through like the little football dummies, and I basically put like words like like negative words on the dummies, so he was going through like batting the dummies out.
Right.
So he hit me like, yo, I like that, Jones. Send it to me. This, that, and third. I mean, I ain't hear nothing back after that, but he said, yo, I like this. Send it to me.
Right.
Send it to him. But you know what I mean? It's all love, man.
It might come full circle.
Right. It will. I'll be like, yeah, you know what I mean? I'm showing that DM like, hey, big dog, remember that?
Yeah.
Real rap, though.
And let me tap in a little bit of that, because when you did pretty much a meme on that one, right? And I don't want to get ahead of it, right? Because I know you did that one meme that went viral. I gotta show a couple people, because everybody don't know about that, right?
Put that up.
Yeah. And I know you had the Milton Hershey thing in there, right? So I might get a little bit ahead, but tell me about that part of coming up, going to school, that a lot of people from like the city, they use that as an alternative education option, or if it's some like behavioral things, kids would be like, oh, I'm sitting in the Milton Hershey, this, that, and the third. Mm-hmm. Tell me what that experience was like going down there.
I mean, you live down there, so you don't got your family every day no more. So you gotta just get used to just being around other kids that, similar circumstances. Like, this kid might not have no parents, this kid might have his parents, but they might be, below the the income level, right, and all that. Like, cause you get in there for being, low income, single parents, no parents, and different stuff that you got going on. Like, they call them social issues.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, they be trying, it's the last resort for some kids, but it's an opportunity. I mean, when I first went there, like, I'm living on 1227 Bailey Street. Everybody in the city know, what I'm saying? That's the third ward. So, automatically you take somebody out the situation. You are in Hershey, PA.
Right.
I ain't got none of the, the daily, the stuff that go on in the neighborhood. I don't got none of that. You know what I mean? Because I'm out in Hershey. So it's like, what you doing? Like, I'm in the house with different kids. You know what I'm saying? You got your house parents there. Yeah. Your house pop and your house mom. They might have kids, but you live out there. You know what I'm saying? You get used to it. Like, I used to come home, but it wasn't like, all the time. You just grow used to it. At first, it was crazy. Like, I remember, I don't remember, but I know the first day that I went there, they was getting ready to breeze, and I remember trying to breathe. Like, all right, that was a nice tour. We out. It was like, yo, nah, bro, you got to, you got to stay here. And I'm like, stay in this joint. Like, but I got used to it though. I'm 6. I went there when I was 6. You feel me? So like, by the time I got older, it was just used to it. It's like, anybody going through anything, you're gonna get used to what you've been going through every day. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was a good school though. Good school, good opportunity, man. And it's free. Like, it ain't a boarding school where you gotta pay money. Anybody out there that need help for real with their kids, like, you're gonna have to deal with not being with your kids every day, but you're gonna put them in a better position, in a better situation, whereas though they could just try to better themselves and build a network with people from around the country that they otherwise wouldn't be in contact with.
Right.
Anybody, from Central PA area and from around this area, tri-state and all that, look it up, man. If y'all really struggling, man, it's a good little situation to look into, man.
Yeah, because Milton Hershey got a strong network, man. The people that I know there, they got a real strong network. Well, let me ask you this about that. You say you got there from 6. Was that traumatizing for you? Do you still carry some of that stuff on, or did you use that to kind of, make yourself stronger and make yourself better?
Yeah, both. I mean, like I said, you growing up without your family, and you growing up apart from, the friends that you had before going there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's two different perceptions of what the school actually is. It's like Milton Hershey, oh, that's a boarding school. It ain't the traditional boarding school, bro. Right. Where your parents is paying, $500 rack a month. You know what I'm saying? It's free. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's, I don't know, man. Everybody's experience was different, man. But mine, like, luckily I had good people, good house parents that was really trying. Like, they was trying. Mind you, like, they can only do what they can.
Right.
We go through some stuff. We might get into a fight at school, or we might get into a fight in the home. Right. Sometimes, you know what I mean? Like, you just don't say nothing. It's just like, you know what I mean? Or you might, you might be good Monday through Thursday, and then Friday you might have a bad night. You crying because you miss your folks. Right. You know what I mean? It's been plenty of times, you know what I'm saying? My roommate, because he was from Jersey, so he ain't going to see his people. Like, it's just like, you just get used to it for real. Like, get used to it, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, I remember you telling me a little, some stories. I don't remember all of them about some of the discipline tactics they used to use, man. Like, feel me? I don't know if you can say too much, you know what I'm saying? But I know some stuff. I was like, right, they be throwing that down there.
Yeah, man. Like, they did away with all, like most of the stuff I was telling you, they did away with all that. Obviously, you know what I mean, they had the respite joint where they send you in this little building, this little area, be dark. You know what I'm saying? Not completely dark, but dim.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They feeding you apples and sandwiches and all that. I don't know. It was different. Like, that respite, I mean, that shit was weird, but that's why they cut that out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, like, aside from that, depending on what home you was in, really broke it down, like, to what kind of discipline you was going through. Cause like mine was one of the more chill ones, but like, my folks, my man's, he was in student home Wyandotte. Everybody knows student home Wyandotte. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Randolph, you know what I mean? Big black dude, didn't play no games, nothing. Like, them niggas was always in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Couldn't do nothing right. Them niggas was always doing chores, always outside. You drive by them niggas out, you know what I mean, cleaning, you know what I mean, shit with a toothbrush and all that. Like, so it depended on what home you was in and like how much pressure they was putting on you to be, this certain type of person. So, like I said, like, mine was a little bit more chill, a little bit more lackadaisical. If I had a little bit more stricter house parents, then maybe it would have turned out different for me. Mm-hmm. But, they just pretty much,
Right, getting the 8 and skate, they call it. So
yeah, I mean, but they was good people though.
Right.
They, they just they wasn't the super enforcers, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But there's some student homes where you went and mugs be shaking their head every time you see them in school. Right. What's good? Niggas be like, because they know when school out, they got to go back to the joint. Yeah. They ain't got no privileges and nothing. We all at rec, you know what I'm saying? Right. Or just in a little community walking around. They in the crib doing chores and all that. Right. In bed by 9 o'clock, like, type of shit like that. So.
Real discipline and little structure.
Yeah. So, it was military school for some people, yo. Like, some, but that's why a lot of people don't make it. Right. Because it'd be way too strict. And if you go when you older, it's harder. You know what I'm saying? I went when I was 6, so it's like, you know what I mean? You grow up.
Yeah, you adapt.
You get used to it. Yeah, you get used to
it. Right. So even with that type of structure, like, even coming back here, like, I mean, a lot of people probably don't know your family lineage as far as Harrisburg and is it in Ngazi?
Yeah, yup. That's my aunt.
Right,
and
right.
Rest in peace, Uncle Ali. Yeah.
Right, Uncle Ali. Right. So I don't know if you could tap into that because like people that would like were like in the community, they was a staple at the Broad Street Market. They had the knowledge, they had the discipline, they had the security. You know what I'm saying? They was quiet enforcers. You know what I mean? And they was not to be played with. And you got a little bit of that in you. You got a lot of that in you, and people may not know that. So, touch on that a little bit on how you took some of those jewels and applied it to your armor and, move through life with it.
Yeah, man. You know, that side of the family, you know what I mean? That's my dad's side. Technically my stepdad, but that's my dad. Like he was in my life. So
Right.
I never called him my stepdad or nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's his aunt, you know what I mean? She was married to Uncle Ali. You know what I mean? But I gravitated towards them because it's just, you know what I mean? I'm a chill dude, I'm a humble dude, but it's like, you know, don't nobody want to be played with. So it's like, you know what I mean? Humble beast, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I learned that from Uncle Ali. Like, he would just stare at people, you know what I'm saying? He was a different type bull. You know what I'm saying? Like, we'd be in the crib, like, we might get in an argument. They get the rumbling, they had a few kids, like all my cousins, you know what I'm saying, around my age. They get the rumbling. He just be like, all right, who gonna win? I just be like, damn, bro, you feel me? Like, that's how y'all get down over this joint. He should really be like, all right, you know what I'm saying? And you know, so they were just a little bit more militant as far as like, you know, but they was uptown the whole time. So like they was really preparing them for outside.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
All my cousins, they was preparing them for outside, you know what I'm saying? Cause, you know, that, you know, it was a little different then. It was a little different, you know what I'm saying? It's a little, you know how every city goes, it gradually gets a little bit more, you know what I mean, you know, chill, gentrified a little bit.
Right.
But you know, it was active, bro. So they was active in the streets and the community.
Right.
So that's why I really respected what they was doing. You know, they was a staple at the Broad Street Market.
Right.
Everybody know they. You know what I mean, they had the African stand at the market. Everybody know what that was. You know what I mean, you can smell it from before you. You know what I'm saying? You can smell all. You know what I mean? So everybody know, like, just for reference, everybody in the city, if you don't know the African stand, like, you really ain't. You know what I'm saying? Or the greenhouse on where was that, on McClay, right there by the Rite Aid. That greenhouse.
Green and McClay.
It was green and it had all the it's more like Fifth. It's in between like Fourth. It's in between Fourth and Third, I'm gonna say. But it had like all the little African, you know what I'm saying? So,
Right. Yeah. No, I remember that. We used to get the oils and mushwhack from them.
rest in peace, Uncle Ali. Rest in peace, man. Cousin Ish, man. You know, I rapped about that on. You know, he died at the hands of the Harrisburg police. You feel me? They killed him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, I know they had that Wu-Tang connect when
So Uncle Ali is Old Dirty's first uncle. Like, his brother is Old Dirty's dad.
Right.
And also, RZA and Jizza. I might be throwing Jizza in there, but I know RZA for a fact is his nephew. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I don't, like, you know, they intertwined. Wu-Tang is deep. So.
Yeah.
But no, that like those is his first nephew. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's where that comes in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I heard him make reference to that when Echo, peace out to Echo, ran into him and he said people in Harrisburg, and he's like, yeah, the cops in Harrisburg killed my cousin. You know what I mean? So he's definitely like aware and in tune and all of that. So I guess going from there, you know, I know you got some friends in a tight clique out in the I want to say Baltimore area. So how'd you go from being 6 in the boarding school to well Indiana to Milton Hershey to, you know what I mean, Cousin Ali and Uptown Harrisburg to being down Baltimore, mixing it up with those cats down there? And how was it down there for you?
Baltimore is treacherous, man. But you know, after I graduated high school, I went to Morgan State a little bit. You know what I mean? So
I never know that.
Nah, man. Like you like put it this way. Like, I always knew I wanted to rap. You feel me? I told them, like, you know, my folks, like, yo, I'm trying to stay here, work on my rap thing. But they was on the type time like. And I'm gonna say this for the record, like, I specifically remember a quote, you know what I'm saying? You know, I love my dad, but I specifically remember him saying, who knows you? You know what I'm saying? He said, who knows you? And that just had burned me up, like, as a young boy, like, damn, like, what you mean though? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, but I really, yeah, I mean, but you know, so I really was on the type of time, like, yo, I'm gonna stay here, work on my joint. Like, mind you, I had a girlfriend at the time, so they was on the type of time, like, man, don't stay here for that girl.
Right.
It was halfway that and halfway just me, you know what I mean?
Go do your thing.
So I ended up, only got accepted into 2 schools, so IUP and Morgan State. So I just went to Morgan because it was notorious. Niggas was rapping about it and shit.
Right.
You know, Fat Joe, he ran, you know, that in Morgan State. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm like, all right, I'm going to go down there, you know what I mean? So I ended up gravitating towards, you know what I mean? You know, like a certain group of people. Like, my squad of niggas down there was like, you know, a lot of Brooklyn niggas. So
Right.
that's where my Brooklyn ties come in.
Got you.
Them. But then, all my Baltimore ties come in just from obviously going there and just, moving around a little bit, man, because that's where I really started to get into everything that I got into was
Right.
down in Baltimore, you feel me?
Right.
So I started meeting different people and I started learning, I started really learning about the streets
Right.
from like a personal level versus just, hearing about it.
Right.
I'm seeing shit like different shit, like, okay, nigga, that's
You hands on.
yeah,
now.
so it's more like it's more like I'm learning, and like what a lot of people don't know, like nigga, I wasn't even hustling before that, nigga.
Right.
It got to the point where I was broke as hell.
Right.
When nobody sending me money in school, like it wasn't
Right.
like my folks were like, yo, here go 100, here go
Right.
200, 500 to make.
Right.
Yeah, I'm on 1 meal plan. Well, I'm on 2 meal plans. You know what I mean?
Right.
My meal plan is 2 meals a day. You
Right.
feel me? So nigga hungry, nigga.
Yeah.
Niggas be blowing shit in college. So
Right,
you get
right.
hungry, nigga. You be wanting to eat.
Yeah,
I ain't got no bread to eat. None of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then what really broke it down was I ain't had no bread for the books. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm in there copying niggas' books and shit. You feel me? Like trying. And I'm not the schoolboy to go that hard.
Right.
As far as like, oh, Leo, let me borrow your book so I can do my work. It's, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna say I'm a slouch, but I wasn't interested in school because I already knew what I wanted to do. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
But I started, hustling to get money for them books for real.
Right.
That just turned into a career,
College
a little
dropout.
stint. Yeah, college dropout, but you know what I'm saying? I ain't, you know what I mean? I ain't never really wanted to be there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I already knew what I wanted to do.
Right.
Everybody there knew I was a rapper. Everybody there knew what I wanted to do.
Right.
I mean, but that just, it panned out because I wasn't keeping the grades up. And it was just like, man,
Right.
I ain't going to pay to be out here for
Right.
nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I ended up, from there, I went to Philly. You know what I mean? I went to Philly from there.
Right.
So it's 2 treacherous towns, you know what I mean? Moving
Yeah.
around in
Major
Baltimore
cities. Yeah.
and then Philly.
Right.
I'm like, yeah, I mean, but Philly is where it turned up for me. You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you
in a
that
lot of
because
aspects.
I was going there. So you go from having a black college experience.
But pause. I
Okay.
went there on purpose
Right.
because when I was in the 10th grade, they sent me out to CD.
Mm-hmm.
I went to a black school on purpose for real because
Right.
I was tired of being in that environment.
Right.
It wasn't comfortable for me. You feel me?
Right.
Like nothing. I don't want it to sound a certain type of way, but
Nah,
that
it is
wasn't
what
my
it is.
environment. Like when I
Yeah.
walked in there, out of 4,000 students, it was like 80 something black kids. Like that wasn't. It just wasn't comfortable for me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I remember being in history class and niggas showing Malcolm X clips, and the white girl said, "Why is he so mad at white people?" And I'm just turning around like, the whole class looking at me. I'm the only nigga in that joint, so they like,
Yeah. Right.
I was just like, man, this shit ain't like this shit. Ain't, I wasn't comfortable. I wasn't feeling it. So
Yeah.
I went to a black school to get back. You know what I mean, just get that energy back.
Yeah.
So I purposely picked Morgan State over IUP. That's another reason why I picked it. You know what I'm saying? It was popular, but I also picked it because I wanted to be back around my folks, man. 'Cause, CD was it was different.
Right. Nah. I'm familiar. Nah, that's deep. That's deep because I was going there, but you kind of answered it, right? So I'm going off of the little bit that I know, right? And so you go from one major black city in America to another major black city in America, right? And this is where you have your brushes with the law, right? And you kind of end up in situations that we kind of know about. Tell me how those situations were for you, and if it changed you any.
Oh they mostly changed me. Like a lot of them situations, man, I was nervous at first, nigga. Like it was situations I was in, like, damn, bro, like, you know what I mean? I'm not no super G, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like it was some situations I was definitely afraid.
Right.
But I wasn't going, I knew in order to be out there, that wasn't no option, you feel me?
Right.
There wasn't no option. So I had to, like, it changed me in the sense, like, it fucked with my trust,
Yeah.
like trusting people.
Yeah.
And it also, it just made me more aware that I got to be on point and I got to be ready to
For sure.
defend myself by any means
Any
necessary.
given time.
I'm a peaceful dude, but
Right.
it's not how we ain't going out like that. Like,
No
I'm
doubt.
not going. So you know what I mean? Like, yo, Philly's crazy. Philly treacherous, man. Niggas know. Y'all know. Philly
Yeah.
treacherous, man. You know what I'm saying? It's treacherous, bro.
No,
And you going like you gonna get into some shit in Philly.
Yeah.
You in the streets hustling, bro. 9 times out of 10, bro, you gonna deal with the law or you gonna have to deal with niggas out there, bro. So
Yeah.
you know, whatever you consider sturdy is what you gotta stand on.
Right. Yo, listen. So tell me about vaguely, or just tell the people about the CFCF story.
No, not even CFCF. It was George Hill. George Hill.
Well, you told me, I think the one time when I guess you had walked in front of somebody while they was making salat.
Yeah, that was George Hill, man.
Okay.
George Hill Correctional Facility. So I was living out 69th Street. That's the divider.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I was on niggas know I was in West Philly, like 39th, 40th, Lancaster Ave and all that, Buzz Street, Spring Garden. That was the little area we was in. I had moved out 69th after we had my son because we moving out the city. Like, not out the city, but like right on the outside. So it's like basically Pembroke for real.
Right.
But even a little closer, like probably like right here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But that was the dividing line. You feel me? So you know, that's Upper Darby technically. So
Right.
you go to, I went to what the hell? That's Delaware County. So you in there with all the Chester niggas and shit.
Right.
Them niggas had their own little war going on within that joint. But the old head, you know what I'm saying? I'm new. I walk in the joint, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be cool. Like it's my first time really in the tank.
Yeah.
I'm really trying to be like, you know what I mean? I don't know what the fuck. Respect, I walk in there, everybody looking at me and shit, staring and shit. So a couple of days go by, like, but it's it's these bulls praying. They praying over there, you know what I mean? But they praying in the main joint, like in front of their cell, but that's like everybody walk, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I walk past them and shit. Just walking past. Bro, the nigga had an issue, you know what I'm saying? He said, yo, man, just stand at third. That's not what we do. You ain't supposed to walk past front of niggas, you know what I mean? This and that. After he invited me into the joint and shit, so he talking, I'm like, all right, bet. I go to turn around to get up out the joint, because I'm like, I don't know what the fuck y'all about to do. Out the joint, and he put his hand on my shoulder, and then, that turned into, that was a moment where as though I definitely had to prove myself.
Ain't no doubt.
Saying, gangster or not, like, if I ain't do what I did then, politics is different. I ain't no jail nigga. Y'all niggas know that. But the politics is different. Like, if niggas see you, you got folded and you ain't even do nothing.
Nah, you
everybody else gonna be up on you. That's what I said.
Yeah, they're gonna test your texture at some point in there.
So I mean that happened, and you know what I mean. Bull. I'm not a spiteful dude, so Bull. While we was eating, he walked back up to me, apologized, and said, "You know what I'm saying? This is how we doing here. This, that, and the third." I said, "Yeah, it wasn't no disrespect by, me walking in front, and I don't really take too much offense to the rumble, like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I ain't got no time to be making no enemies up in that joint.
Nah, but you came up under that too, so it was instilled in you a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So that was there. That's the humble beast you talk about, right?
For sure.
So all of that time, let's get into the music, because going from college and all that, like you said, you always knew you wanted to rap. Mm-hmm. When did you first fall in love with it, basically, and say, yo, this is what I want to do?
I think when I was a young bull,
Mm-hmm.
always had a knack for it. I think I was a young bull. Like, my favorite little group back in the day used to be Soul For Real and shit. So I used to be singing and shit. Like, I used to think I was gonna be the next member of that joint. You know what I mean? And then I thought I was gonna be like the next little kid rapper and shit.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
right.
I thought, I was always into it. I was always nice. I was nice as a young bull. Niggas, my lyrics was a little ahead of what I should have been rapping about. You know what I mean? But I was listening to Nas, Hove, Biggie.
Right.
It wasn't like I was listening to no bubblegum shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I was listening to, you know what I mean? And then, nigga, I'm coming up during one of the hardest eras, nigga, where everybody's a motherfucking G. So
The golden era.
yeah, the shit. Well, no, I ain't coming up during the golden era. Cause y'all consider the golden era like Rakim and all that, right?
No, that's early. We the golden era. Where we at, Rad? We like 94 on to I'll try to give it a little extra. It's really 95 to me, but like 94, 95, and when everybody it wasn't as geo, like the West Coast was popping, the East Coast was popping, Chicago, you know what I mean, was coming out. Everybody wasn't as geographical as they are now. So that's kind of what we call the golden era right there, you know what I mean? So I figured, like, when you say Nas, Biggie, they products of the golden era. You know what I mean?
True. They were just, you know what I mean, by the time I really understood what they was talking about and doing, they was already, not Stillmatic. That's 2001, so he was already You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Over half a decade in this joint.
Yeah, that was like, because he come out 91, 92.
Yeah, see, I only know 94. You know, you got all the B-side shit, so.
Got all the B-sides.
You got everything. you got the demo.
I started early.
So.
I'm an old soul. Because even mentioning old souls, I remember you mentioning something like how your pop gave you like a catalog.
Yeah, my pop, like my real pop, though. You know what I'm saying? We won't really talk as much.
Right.
A couple times a year, but he had sent me an iPod back in the day, iPod for Christmas. He put all his shit on there, like that he listened to. So that was like a nice little history lesson. He put Rakim, Public Enemy, Tribe, Big Daddy Kane, like shit that he listened to. So that was, that was a dope ass gift though, for real. Like that's that's fire.
Right.
That's fire. You know what I mean? Like it's a deeper little John, but I got a lot of history from that because it was Jones that I never would have, sought out to listen to. Like, oh, let me go listen to this. Let me go listen to that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I guess we stay on the music a little bit. Come from that. Is that where your influence like comes from the iPod gift from your pop? Is that where you start like nurturing who you are? Because you know how people start, like you said, you started out soul for real. Like even back then, everybody was crooning. They was on the corner. You know what I mean? They was all in group snapping and
right back in the day. Right. You had a baritone,
all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So when you wanted to be the next member of Soul for Real, then you was doing this, but now you got the gift and you like, oh, okay, I like this. When did you actually start saying, all right, let me start? Not like seriously saying, let me work on my style, but when did it start naturally coming and saying, yo, this is just how I'm flowing?
It was like around when I was like 12. You know what I'm saying? Me and my mans had wrote a song about 9/11 and shit. Niggas was dissing the terrorists and all that. You know what I mean? We was young boys. Like, that was back when we believed everything we saw. So we dissing the terrorists, this and that. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much what it was. And I was honing my style since, 11, 12 years old. My pop, he gave me that joint after I was like 17. Like that really ain't have no that ain't have no bearing. I'm gonna keep it G. They ain't had no bearing on my style or nothing like that. That was just a good gift for me and him to connect with because we ain't never had no type of connection like that. It's just over the phone once in a while. You know what I mean? So that was kind of that was like little moment, but it was just nigga finding himself through listening to shit. You know what I mean? Like I said, Nas is my favorite rapper, and you got Hove, Biggie. You know what I mean, my fourth is Nip. You know what I'm saying? Off rip. I ain't no new Nip nigga neither. You feel me?
Yeah, nah, I get you. Yeah. So listen, when you say I want to spin off a little bit when you was dissing the terrorists and stuff, right? Like, cause I know you got some political views that most people your age might not be in tune with, right? So tell me how you felt during the pandemic. I'm gonna say because that's when it all came. The pandemic, the Black Lives Matter movement, when everybody felt like our people was waking up. Because I know you had some different views what people had, but you had some good views. How'd you feel about that from a political standpoint? Mazon, the political view. What was your view on how people were complaining, how people stood up, how people was protesting? Like, how'd you feel about that? And how you feel what we should do as a people to kind of make our own progress?
Well, I felt like, I feel like, people was responding based off, the media. But we do this every time, though. Like, black people, you know what I'm saying? We do this every time. You know what I mean? The cops kill one of us. They don't put it on TV when a black cop kills us, and that's for a reason. But we fall for it every time, though. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? We fall for it every time. But just like I said on Relentless, I was proud of my soldiers who press the line. We gonna rally and fuck it up every time. Like, that's necessary. It's necessary. All sides are necessary as far as people. You know what I mean? People fighting the the political way and niggas in the streets. You know what I mean? Pushing buttons. You know what I mean? What I learned from that is that I can't tell nobody how to respond to shit. I can't tell nobody how to react, tell nobody how to feel. But one of my points that I had brought up that niggas was mad at me for was like, man, niggas die all the time. Niggas dying all the time in the streets every day at the hands of our own people. Like, to me, that's a serious, that hurts more. With me, it hurts more. You know what I mean? When I see niggas get clapped, it's like, damn, bro. I mean, with Nip.
From my own people.
Like, Nip, that's some dumbass shit, bro. Like, nigga, it's some dumbass shit. So, niggas was mad because I said that burns me up more than what y'all seeing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Not to say that shit wasn't pissing me off, but we live around it every day.
Right.
We live around it every day, bro. You know what I mean? And you know, we celebrated on one note, but then we demean it on another note, obviously. But, you know, like when there's race involved, it's going to be like that.
Right.
People going to feel strongly, you know what I'm saying? But I feel, but to answer your last question, what we need to do is just make our bread and keep it.
Right.
We keep asking these motherfuckers for shit, programs and shit. Understand that what the new president gonna do. Hey, bro, just like we were saying, everybody from your little location, take $1 a month, $5 a month, put it in the fucking fund, and fund your community, nigga. Daycares, little, you know what I mean? You can do history lessons, teach the kids what they want to, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, teach the kids what you think they should be, you know what I mean? You know, we got teachers in the neighborhood, black teachers that'll come through. My mom would do something like that. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
It was like, nah, bro, we need to stop relying on these folks and acting like they going to be on our same line. It's never going to be like that.
Right.
They ain't never going to see it our way. You know what I mean? They ain't never going to agree with us. They ain't never going to say, hey, you know what? Yeah, we was wrong. They're not going to say that.
Right.
And we talking about our oppressor. Niggas is asking for shit from their oppressor. Like, that shit don't make no damn sense to me, bro. You know what I mean? When we got the means to go ahead and do it ourselves.
Right.
But, you know, the powers that be trying to pull us apart every day. You know what I'm saying? And make that job harder. We just watched the Fred Hampton movie, nigga. Every time we try to get together, them niggas had the whole FBI trying to take niggas out, from Malcolm X to Fred Hampton, nigga. So it's like, we see the power in our unity, but motherfuckers don't want to like really like tap into that shit for real.
Yeah, some of us see it. That's how I feel. I feel like matter of fact, I feel like other people see it. We the last to see it.
We the last to see it. And other people see it. That's why they be trying to block us from doing shit.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
They try to disrupt shit and make little dumbass pamphlets for niggas that, you know what I mean, to sow hate. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because they know, nigga, once them niggas get organized, it's a wrap. We out of here.
Right.
We out of here, nigga. Man, you know what I mean? Man, we got niggas in the street, but we got niggas as equally present in politics, you feel me? As equally present in politics as we is in every other field, you know what I mean?
Right.
We got these motherfuckers making laws and passing shit, and we just the victim.
Right.
Nigga, vote for the fucking judge that's in your joint.
Right.
I mean, vote for the judge, vote for the district attorney, nigga, and go out there and do that.
Right.
Niggas be like, my vote don't matter. Yeah, your joint might not matter to the president, part of the presidency, yeah, but right around your way, you know what I'm saying? Shit. You know what I mean? I hope elect Hakeem.
Right.
Feel proud about that. You know what I mean? I used to run track against this nigga.
Right.
Nigga's the youngest judge in PA, black judge.
Right.
You know what I mean? So.
Yeah. So let me get one more politic thing in mind. Like, this is just playing devil's advocate. What do you say? Because I know you got different vantage points on this. But for people that say, because I remember one time somebody was saying about, I forget what somebody was saying, like about how we take advantage of the system. You like, yo, no, I need that, but we need to vote against that, right? So how do you feel when people say, like, they make a big deal about poor people taking advantage of the system when rich people, they take advantage of the system too? Like, how do you speak on that?
That's a good point.
I thought about that yesterday. I figured that would get you a little bit.
Right. I mean, it's just a difference as far as taking advantage of the system, though. Like, the rich people, they take advantage. It's more of a sinister thing. If you're talking about that, as far as taking advantage. If they doing it like that, then it's more of a sinister thing. Some of these people out here really need help. I mean, it's some people out here that really need help. Food stamps, I mean, whatever. They getting bread from the government, from their state. Yeah, some people out here need that.
Right.
But, you know, when they get to incentivizing the women for not having a dad in the house, that's the fucking problem. That's dumb as hell.
Right.
We gonna cut your benefits off if you got your child's dad living with you.
Right.
So they incentivize it. You know what I'm saying? So it's it's a bigger picture to the aid that they give us. That's what we got to realize. It's a bigger picture to the aid that they give us.
Right.
Whereas though we can fund our own shit if we really wanted to. Like, I ain't $1, $5. I ain't saying give a dub a month.
Right.
You can give $1 a month.
Right.
But when it's it's me, you, him, and the whole city. You know what I mean? Shit, we got $100,000 every month that we can
figure out what to
do with it.
Right.
Scholarship. Oh shit. Almost. You seen that? Scholarships, all that, nigga. Community buildings, daycares, whatever. History lessons. Like I said, man. Little police, community police. If y'all niggas want to build a little John, go ahead. But everybody can give $1, bro. Niggas can give $4 a month. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying?
All right, nah, that's real good. So like, here we go. Clarity. That's album number what for you?
Shit, I think it's 9.
9?
I think it's 9. I got count again. I think it's either 9. It's either 9. You got TS1, TS2, Sling Lord, and then you got Maintaining, The Will, Moxie, Mazon, and Clarity. So that's 8. It's 8.
Album number 8.
I'm just gonna say 8. I might be forgetting one, but let's say 8.
Let's just say 8. Let's say 8. So this is a thing where you kind of is this a project that comes from? Obviously, I'm assuming all artists stay working, so I'm gonna say this might have been a little bit more work during COVID and the pandemic. So speak on that, on how you pivoted during the pandemic and how Clarity came about.
Yeah, man, had to pivot during the pandemic, just like everybody. But you know, gift and the curse, depending on how you look at it, man. As y'all know, started, you know what I mean? Started a shoe brand, No Veek, you know what I'm saying? During the pandemic, you know what I mean? I was going through a lot of shit, and I'm like, man, this shit ain't, you know what I mean?
Right.
Always had the entrepreneurial spirit, always had the mind and the ideas. I done tried hella shit. Like I told you, I was hustling. That's an entrepreneurial thing.
Right.
Didn't work out for me, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, you know what I mean? I tried to sell hella shit, you know what I'm saying? So I would just, you know, always had that knack.
Right.
This just gave me the push and the opportunity to really say, hey, listen, I'm gonna try and make something happen.
Right.
And you know what I mean? I use that shit to my advantage, you know what I'm saying? I started dropping the freestyles. And well, I was doing that beforehand, but people started really tapping in, like during the pandemic. People was tapping in heavy during the pandemic.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? You know, I use that shit to my advantage, man. Like, yeah, a lot of it was done. During during the pandemic, but it wasn't like I was just, you know, it wasn't like I was bent on, all right, let me make the album now. Like,
right.
I had thought it was done beforehand.
Right.
I don't know what the hell I was thinking, but I linked up with my nigga Von in between that time, and we just got to work. We just got grinding, and we just kept grinding and working. You know what I mean? Just
Von made it.
Came up. Remember when I wanted to be famous? Now I'm trying to elevate my game up. Hoping I can elevate the gang up. Hoping that my niggas never change up. It's funny how they always seem to change up. I just want the crew to pull the range up. Shining like a chandelier, never put my chains up. Living like Mansa Musa. Shout out to my damn producer. Sorry I'm so damn abusive to the beat. Low profile, elusive on the street. I don't need to hear no excuses when we meet. Did a lot of talking. 69th Street, sold it right in my apartment. I was out Philly trying to pedal through the darkness. Learn firsthand how the streets can be heartless. I was out marrying traits. Blue paint buckets for the place. Shit, I probably should've got a safe. Whipping up and down the interstate. By the time I get home, my baby mama probably be awake. Putting hella miles on the lease. Putting hella pounds in the street. 2,000 for each. Blessed with a good plug. Getting to the money never took much. Just a lot of focus. Even if you hopeless, I was still trying to make it happen when I wrote this. But I know it's coming, so I gotta keep going. And I'd rather be enormous than to live life dormant. Student of the game, I just soak up and listen. When you on top, they just want your position.